In this part of the tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to continue the three doweled ojo de dios, so the six-sided one, and I'm going to be showing you how to skip dowels so that you can create this triangle look, which you can overlap to create kind of a star or flower look. So in the last video, I showed you how to do the orange center to secure it, and then I talked about just continuing it until you had a tail, and then you can tie another piece of yarn onto that tail and just continue it just by wrapping over and continuing and continuing. So now I've gotten to the end, and like I have here, now you could choose to do the same type of wrapping where you're wrapping every dowel, but maybe you want to skip to go underneath in some of them with your next color, like I did here, so you can see how I get that effect. Or you can move on to the skipping pattern where you create the triangle. So I'm going to get another color. I'm going to get about 5 arm lengths of this, because when you get into the triangle sort of pattern where you're skipping, you need a lot more yarn in order for it to show up. And you'll see what I mean by that. So I'm going to take them, tie them together, snip my tail as close to my knot as I can go, and continue until I get to my knot. Now I'm going to start skipping. So instead of me wrapping around this one next, I'm going to wrap around the following one. So I'm skipping every other dowel. So I skipped this dowel, and I'm going to wrap around this one. And you can choose whether you want to wrap over or under with your dowel. That's completely up to you. It's very simple. It creates a slightly different look, and varying whether you go over or under as you change your yarn creates a really nice effect. So it gives it a little more depth. So I would just continue like this. Continue, continue. Okay, now you'll see that kind of triangle is starting to show up on the sides. This is what it looks like on the back, in case you need to check. So you can just continue this. Now once you get to a place where you feel like it's big enough, so I actually got a little overly ambitious with taking so many arm lengths of yarn. I can snip that. Maybe let's say for something this size, we do 2 arm lengths. Now if you use a very, very fine thread for it, like one like this as compared to I was using this, then I would say use more arm lengths, because it's going to take more thread to cover more space. But I can tie this off now. So I'd wrap it around once, and to loop it, so I create a loop, pull this through the loop, if I can do that, and then I would do it one more time. Let's just create a nice little loop there. Okay, and then you can snip the tail on that. Then I can do the same thing with another color. So this time I got like 2 arm lengths, and I'm going to tie it. Now you'll notice I used the paper straws for this, and I'm finding that while I'm doing this, they kind of bend a little bit. So if you're someone who pulls really hard, you might want to use a wooden dowel instead. But I'm just going to keep using my paper ones for this just because that's what I have. So same thing as before, I'm just wrapping over, and now I'm skipping a different one. So now I'm skipping the ones that I wrapped the yellow around. Okay, so every time just going around. Yeah, you can see, like, do you see how there's nothing here? It's because the paper dowel started to bend. So maybe these paper dowels are not the best for ojo de dios, but it's good that I learned that. So you could see in here, I decided to go under, and here I went over, so you could see how the effect is different. You can choose whatever way you like better. It's completely up to you. So now I'm going to tie this off. So create a loop, pull through, and around like that, and one more time. Pull through, and around like that. Now I'm going to show you my last step really quick, where I can start to add this so I have some negative space, and then you can just keep repeating it any way that you want. So I'm going to grab some green, get a couple arm lengths. Sorry, those are not the best scissors. And I'm going to do my double knot around here, snip the tail, and now I'm going to wrap around every single one. So I want to keep it close to my end. Oh goodness, these paper ones are really bending on me. So I'm going to say definitely don't use the paper ones for the ojo de dios. You can use them for more like the basket weaving. Those are better for that. See? Even art teachers learn stuff sometimes. Okay. So if I were to continue this, you see how I have this nice negative space in here? You can hear where I have the opening. And then if I wanted to, I could repeat the skipping again in another color until I finish up, and it looks like this. And on the ends here, I just took my yarn and just wrapped it around and tied it off to finish it.